From the heart of Kansas City, we're bringing Buck and Bob take on Chiefs Kingdom. I'm Bob.
I'm Buck. We're not fancy analysts.
But we have just as many bad takes.
We got a lot tonight.
Yeah. The good takes, god dang it. So, first off, Buck, something I want to talk about big time. And I know you're going to call me crazy, but I've seen it in not just the Chiefs games, but I've seen it all over the NFL. And if we don't throw a stink about this, this might just stick. Dude, they are not showing replays of penalties. They're only showing some, and they're showing the obvious ones that are obvious penalties. But there's been so many penalties.
The hands to the face one. That
Yeah,
was a big one tonight.
no, but it's not just that. It's so many penalties. They're just not showing replays of it. The broadcast has been told by the NFL, you can't show this because it puts us in a bad light. And that sucks.
I am praying that it's just a preseason thing.
See, that's what Mel thinks, but I think it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty blatant, dude.
It could be. I mean, and if that's a change that they make for this season, that's going to suck. Because, I mean, that's half the fun is bitching about the bad call afterwards or praising them.
And just being able to analyze it yourself and be like, okay, I feel okay about that. That was definitely a bad call. But in the NFL's defense, there are so many morons. Like we saw it all last year with people literally thinking that the game was given to us because the Ravens player was out of bounds. You know?
Like they should have given it to him. Yeah.
The Raiders quarterback at the end of the game was just an idiot and caused himself a penalty, and that was, they literally there are so many stupid people that say like the Bengals saying that wasn't a penalty. Like even Joe Burrow said it was a penalty.
It was a penalty
on quarterbacks.
Yep.
So it's absurd. So I get that there's a lot of stupid people, but still, this is not the way to solve the problem.
No, I absolutely agree. I think if that is a change that is being made, then I think it's going to cause the opposite effect of what they intended to cause.
It's just, I've never seen it. I mean, it was pretty rare that I would ever see a penalty not shown. Now, it's rare that I see a penalty replay shown. And that, I don't know why no one else is talking about this, but, dude,
I think
I don't even know how to feel about this. It's
absurd.
It feels like a breach of, not a breach of privacy, but it feels like that impactful. Like,
well, that was one of the reasons that it was hard for us to go to the game and really critique what we were seeing. Like we had to come home and watch the game before we could
because we
go live. Yeah, we need the replays. We need to see exactly how we feel about it. I mean, yeah, some of them are legit, but I want to be comfortable with the call on the field. You know what I mean? I want to be comfortable with the fact that I think it was a bad call. You know, I want to know. And I think that the majority of fans feel the same way. I hope that you're wrong. I really do.
I hope I am too, dude. I really do. But I've noticed it hardcore. I just wanted to bring it up so that other content creators, because obviously the NFL and ESPN's not going to talk about it because now ESPN's partly owned by the NFL. So it's not like they're going to be talking about how they're not showing replays. It's not like the broadcast team's going to be talking about it. We need content creators.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need, everybody who watches this video, when you're in your favorite content creators chat or you're leaving comments on their videos, make sure to mention this so they can see it and they can bring awareness to it too. Because we're small compared to most of them, just like help us out because this is a scary thing. If they're not showing penalties, it's going to cause worse problems than. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it won't cause worse problems. Maybe the idiots will just like be like, I don't know. Okay, I guess it was a penalty. Like, but I feel like people are at least smarter than that. So I don't know.
Well, I think those are all good reasons to hope that you're wrong. But for me, it's just when you have to admit that you're wrong, it's like music to my ears sometimes. I'm like, what was that? Wait, hold on, I wasn't recording.
It's music to my ears when I want to be wrong. Like, there's lots of things I don't want to be right about. Like, I didn't want to be right about Sky Moore sucking, but I was right about that from the draft pick on. I said it from day one. Speaking of Sky Moore, punt return.
Sky's so much less.
Oh my God, dude! The Chiefs tweeted out that punt return afterwards. Like, in case you missed it, no, we didn't miss it. We don't care.
It's just
Time is up. It's over. Get him out of here, please. But I am happy because I know the guy is a good guy. I know the guy works hard, and I've said it. A lot of people have said it. Our buddies at All Chiefed Up have said it many times. If Sky Moore was a slot receiver only, he'd probably have a lot of success. Andy Reid asks more of his receivers. They have to know all of the spots, all of the different roles. And Sky's just, I think he would be a good slot. And this gives him some tape for another team. Another team, that punt return alone is going to get another team to just look at him. Although at the same breath,
it's going to be the shortest
he
tape.
bobbled a kickoff,
Yes.
Return earlier on. But either way, I'm happy for him getting something. But get him off the Chiefs.
It's going to be like a 6-second TikTok. That's his tape. See, I can. I've done it before. I did it one time in a preseason game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure he's a really nice guy, but he got ruined is the argument by being put in for punt returns early on in his career, and he muffed a few then.
And it's not just that. He can't play the role Andy Reid needs him to play to be in Andy Reid's offense. And I would venture to guess that 65% of the receivers in the NFL can't play in an Andy Reid offense. But Sky Moore, as a slot receiver, could definitely play for other teams. We just don't. No.
What I took away as a positive from this game is that Sky Moore has played himself off of this team. I don't think there's going to be too much controversy with him not making the 53-man at this point. There's there's way too many other options that they can go with in the wide receiver room. Nico Remigio would be a better receiver than he is.
He had two blatant
Just
drops,
miscues.
Just literally hit him in the face.
Yeah.
I was throwing the football at the dog park today, and I'm telling you, I could catch better. I'm not kidding. I was one-handing him. I was practicing the three-finger.
Yeah.
I couldn't throw it to save my life, but I could always catch. I really couldn't throw it. It was actually embarrassing. I was playing catch with a girl, and I kept having to move forward. I'm not kidding. She's a buff girl.
Because of you, not because of her.
Yeah, because I couldn't throw it, and then I'd back up for her to throw to me. I'm not kidding. But I caught everything. She wasn't exactly accurate. She had a good arm, but wasn't exactly accurate. But, yeah. Dude, Sky, no. So, no.
Sky no more. Sky
no
so
more.
much less.
What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy?
Josh, buddy, man.
Man, good to see you this late night chat here.
He's not just an old friend. He's an old roommate there for a minute for me too.
Was he for
Yeah,
you?
uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, we had some good times in that house.
Nice. Yeah, I first met Josh in line for Star Wars Episode 1. A little trivia there for you guys. If we ever
That
bring
means you
up.
met him before me too.
No, because I met you. I just wasn't friends with you. Like we worked at Fridays, but
I thought that was after
oh no,
episode 1. I
Oh,
thought
it
that's how you
was.
got to it.
You're
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
how I got the job there. You're
Yeah,
right.
from
You're right. You're right.
From
You're
our boy
right.
Tom,
Man,
meeting our buddy Tom
it's been a while.
and Craig. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely K-State fan. It was definitely a weird game. Honestly, what I saw from this game was a ton of the defense sucked. Okay, but if you noticed, we were playing a ton of man. It's almost like Spags was testing the DBs and linebackers to see if they could handle man. We weren't able to run man much last year. We were able to run it a lot in years past. He really likes it for different blitz packages and stuff. So it looked like that's what he was testing out. But man, we were
was a failed
failing
test.
all over the field. Well, I mean, it might have not been a failed test if he's just looking for that. Like it wasn't like he was calling plays to win the defensive matchups, but the amount of times that running backs ran through the defensive line was uncomfortable.
I don't think we got to stop for 0 yards or less until the third quarter, the middle of the late third quarter. It was that whole first half. They were torching us. I mean, 5 yards, 8 yards, 12 yards, 7 yards. Like, come on, man. It's not even like they're getting this great average because of one really big run. It was every single run. It's kind of like watching Jamal Charles back in the day.
Yeah, then, I mean, the bright spots on the D, Hicks, while he was in, seemed to be at the ball every time, like every time the ball went down, he was there. That was a bright spot. Najee Johnson was actually like looking pretty good until he went out of the game. The defensive line continued to not
continue.
produce. Yeah, I mean no pressure, man. No pressure, and there's no excuse for that. Like the DBs, I guarantee Spags was calling some weird stuff just to test out guys. The defensive line just has to break and get pressure. They were not doing that.
Minihue got a few there, I want to say in the third quarter before he went down. But then he went down with I think it was the Achilles.
Charles?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think Charles went down. Oh, gosh, I hope not.
Is that?
Yeah, I don't think Charles went down with it. Yeah, so, there just wasn't much push at all from the D line at all. Like, I just don't. We should see some pressure and something, but who as long as we're talking about D, who did look good?
Jeffrey Bossa.
The Bossanita.
Oh my God.
The Bossanita. This is his new nickname. I'm giving it to him. You guys can take it or leave it, but it's a pretty good one. The Bossanita is
The Bossinator.
It's gonna be the Bossanita.
Yeah.
The Bossanita.
I'm not doing the Arnold voice. I have the worst Arnold voice on the planet.
Mine's not good, but
I agree. But mine is worse.
Get to the chopper, Bossanita. Like I mean, he's dude.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper, Bossanita. I'll be back. Like Bossa is exciting, dude. And you saw him. Directing traffic. I mean, that's exciting. That's really exciting, especially since I've been toting this guy since we drafted him. It's exciting for me, but I mean, he was all over the place, man. I can't see tackles for losses here, but I think he had 2. He had he was tied for, or no, he was 3rd in tackles.
He had 1 tackle for loss.
Oh wait, sorry, no, he was 2nd in tackles.
Tied for 2nd? Yeah.
No, just 2nd. He had.
Oh,
6.
he got 1 late. Yeah.
Yeah, over Cole. Yeah, so dude, this is like he is a beast. He's the Bossanita.
And he was tied for 2nd in solo tackles. Cooper McDonald is number 1 in both of those categories for us tonight. And he's not going to make this team. But he's putting together some tape for some other teams to take a look at.
Yeah.
Sure, he'll make a practice squad.
Well, it's just hard because we played so many backups. This was a weird game.
Well, to start the game defensively, we were missing Chris Jones, Nick Bolton, and Trent McDuffie, and as you said, we were giving up runs like crazy. We were Chiefs and chop. The
Lucas
runs.
Price Chopper.
The runs that we were
was
giving
pretty.
up,
That was pretty good, Josh.
and there was no pressure. There weren't a whole lot of throws, but when they were throwing, they had the time to do it. There was a brief moment, I want to say in the third quarter, maybe a couple of drives where the defense did hold strong there for a couple of drives in a row. They had that 4th and goal defense, and then gave up the safety immediately after, but. Still, the defense held strong, and there was another drive where they did look like they were starting to get pressure, and I was getting excited about that, and then it just went away.
Yeah.
It was almost like Spags saw what he needed to see from those sets of plays, so he's moving on to something else and see how that works.
Well, and I'm trying to look at like total time of possession here, but the Chiefs, I don't think had hardly any time of possession because the Chiefs passed. We attempted to pass 20 times. They attempted to pass 21 times.
Which is what we wanted to see last week.
The Chiefs had 17 carries on rushing, and Seattle had 48.
Which
You know
is
what
not
this
what we
tells
wanted
you?
to see.
You know what this tells you? This tells you that we had no time of possession, but I'm trying to see if I can pull up total possession time. I can't. Where's it? It's got to be here somewhere.
We're using a new website for our stats.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of getting used to it.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
preseason for us, too.
It's an instant stat one, so
Yeah, it's great.
yeah, it's actually league sanctioned.
That's going to
but
be in...
but it would be in possession. But,
No, team stats.
Oh, okay. Oh, because possession is just showing you. Okay. So yeah, I need a search.
Oh, there it
function.
is. 21 minutes, 22 seconds for the Chiefs, 38 minutes, 38 seconds for the Seahawks.
So they
So
had the ball
almost
2/3 of the
two-thirds of the
game,
time.
and we had the ball 1/3 of the game on offense. That's something the defense cannot allow in real games. Now, this wasn't a real game. We have to take it with a grain of salt. We keep telling you guys that they don't care about winning this game.
9 first downs to 29 first downs. Yeah, we're not going to win a whole lot of games if that's what we're looking forward to. But, again, they took out the most important starters so they could evaluate players.
And it wasn't even just that. They're literally calling plays. Okay, for instance, remember last week we told everybody that in the same situation, Andy would have went for that 4th down that the Cardinals didn't go for, that they kicked a field goal.
Like in the second quarter or whatever, yeah.
What happened with us?
Almost exact same scenario.
And
we went for it.
That's because we're practicing. And Andy took the 4th and 4th and short opportunity to practice. Steele didn't get it. It's another one that they did show replays, but they didn't show all of the replays. We didn't see the goal line replay, actually the line to see if the ball went over. I was pretty sure at the start of it that he didn't make it, but still, I want to see all the angles. I mean, they have all the cameras. Want to see all the angles, but yeah, they were not trying to win. This is the bottom line. It's just not something they try. So, but either way, not trying to win. There was a lot of stuff that did not look great. So that's why I'm just kind of upset about everything that was going on. Because last week they weren't trying to win either. I wasn't upset. But just being kept on the field that long, you would have accidentally gotten some pressure. Any team would have accidentally just fell on the quarterback at that point.
Just
you're on
like
the
Sky
field for
Moore
that long.
accidentally returned a punt for a touchdown. I mean, that's absolutely what happened. There was a few good blocks. Let's not call it like the greatest run in the world. It wasn't some awesome return on his part where he had to avoid 3 different tackles that were coming at him. He had some really good blocking, and the lane opened up, and he accidentally scored a touchdown. He's not going to make the team based on that. But I wanted to talk about. I mean, we've been talking about a lot of the defensive.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Can I do one more defense?
sure.
Another bright spot of defense.
All right.
Noel Williams.
Yes,
Dude
he was.
all over the place, was hitting hard, hit a little bit too hard on one hit and went out. I don't know. They didn't come back and tell us, or at least if they did, I missed it if they told us that he's okay or whatever, but that was that was the last one that was just a real good bright spot. Was Noel was looking good. Noel was
He was. Yeah.
he was whiffing on stuff, but he was also
He did.
really good
And
on stuff.
those
That's
are-
what a ball hawk is going to do.
That's right. But he's also going to learn, kind of how to play with his teammates in situations, and those kinds of things are going to be few and far between. Kind of like Marcus Peters was back in the day. He was going for that interception a lot of
yeah.
times, and he got pretty good at it. He wasn't.
Well, and everybody forgot about all the times he blew coverage because he was so good at that.
That's right. Yeah. I was so glad to get rid of that guy. I mean, he was so good, but
I mean, he was just a jerk.
he was a cancer for the team.
Was the problem.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about the offense.
Okay.
Didn't score a lot of points tonight. But to start the game, Gardner Minshew was at quarterback. Didn't have Travis Kelce on the field. I'm not sure who else didn't start, but it looked like we had the full offensive line there, at least for a few drives. It was a little sketchy. It wasn't perfect. There were some mistakes on that offensive line, but all in all, they looked like they were gelling better than they did last week, which is a great sign. And I see a lot of potential for a very good, solid season to give Patrick Mahomes some time to put some air under the ball. And that's I don't even think that's a secret that that's what they're aiming for this season. So I was pretty happy with the offensive line. I didn't see anything that stood out to me that I wanted to come in here and pound the tables over. The starters.
I do need to point out, though, I've been saying Kingsley's been doing okay. Kingsley was getting pushed too far back. He needs to get into a lower stance. He needs to be ready for that bull rush, because the bull rush was getting him a bit in the snaps that I saw him in. So
Do you think Andy Heck is not noticing that and not coaching him?
Well, I'm hoping he is, but I have no idea what the heck's seeing.
What the heck? That was for you, Brian.
Brian left us. He went to bed, I guess.
Yeah, I think he did. Or maybe ACU came back.
Maybe he's watching KCSN. Although I didn't think they were going to start till... Oh, I guess they started like 10 minutes ago. It was the B squad, though, so... Unless the one guy's on there.
But Brownlee tonight. Brownlee had a big pass from Zappy.
no name, though.
I know. He had that great touchdown last week.
Oh,
the only
Brownlee.
Brownlee.
I thought
And
you
then-
were talking about... who's the other one?
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but the one I'm talking about, it was when Bailey Zappi first came in the game. He threw that dart, and Brownlee was actually well covered, and so it was to his back shoulder. He turns around, hits him right in the face mask, and man, he should have made that catch. Had he made that catch, this whole city would have been on fire for him. But I think after what we saw last week, we were almost kind of expecting that from him. It was a great throw. Just not a great outcome.
Yeah, I mean,
And that sucks for Zappy.
So Brownlee was only targeted once.
Well, that was definitely him that missed that
Yeah.
throw.
Who am I thinking of that was towards the end of the game that was getting kind of a lot of looks? Was it a running back? I
No.
thought the name was... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I have no idea who I'm thinking of, but
Oh, it was number 8? Remember that?
maybe. Who was number 8?
I know this website doesn't show the numbers.
Yeah, it was supposed to... number 8 was Justin Ross.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's right. That's
Huh.
right.
Well, speaking of offense, last week I did, I kind of got what I asked for. Wanted a little bit more carries from people, and we
We
got
got
a
a little
little
bit
bit
more.
more. That one, 16 was last week, and this week, well, no, actually it was less, but we got more via how much time we had the ball. Like there was more, like the ratio of rushing to pass
Yeah, it was
was higher.
pretty much
Yeah,
50-50.
yeah. Rather than last week where it was just a lot of passes with the time we had. We just didn't have a lot of time in this game because we never had the ball on offense. Because, dude, Elijah Mitchell getting the safety was a bummer, but Brashard Smith, woohoo! He only had 3 carries. It's not a lot to go by, but 7.3 yard average, and that one run where instead of just it's kind of my dog on Pacheco, who looks like he's back, by the way, which is exciting. But Pacheco is not. Pacheco is going to run one way, and he's going to either make it or he's not. Like you ain't never going to see what Brashard Smith did tonight from Pacheco. At least I haven't ever seen it. Like Brashard Smith literally goes. He's running to the flat, and he's supposed to go to the outside, obviously, because he's running fast. And he's like, "Wait a second," and you can see him kind of stumble and pull back into the inside and get a huge run. And it was just like, now that's thinking on your feet and not just running to a destination, and that was pretty exciting.
He did have 2 receptions for 16 yards.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Brashard Smith definitely looked better this game than he did before. Now, his returns were lackluster. Royals had a good return.
Royals had a really good return, yeah.
Yeah, Royals had a good return. Guess I don't know what else.
49 yards.
I've got something else like little besides the offense, but I was just kind of wanting to go through. Sucks we don't have anybody in chat tonight. I guess everybody's tired.
Yeah. Thornton had a good catch in the I want to say it was the first quarter, that first or second drive. Had a couple of yaks after.
Dude,
after that.
and the one catch
That
where
was
he
the-
came back for it just shows how big his catching radius is, which is what a lot of the coaches have talked about him, like complimented about him in camp, is that his catch radius is huge. He could, you throw it behind him, he can catch it. You throw it in front of him, he can extend for it. I mean, it's really impressive.
That was the play.
He's got to make the team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will at this point. That was the play with the play action that was just ridiculous. The cameraman was fooled. You and I were fooled. We were
Yep.
like, wait, what? How did the running back not have the ball at that point? That was fantastic.
Yep. Now,
Way to go, Gardner Minshew.
I was leaving the brightest spot open to you if you wanted to bring it up.
Yeah. It wasn't Carson Steele.
It was Bobby.
Oh yeah,
was
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Tanyan.
Bobby, he had another pretty
Bobby's
solid
looking-
game.
Bobby's looking like a Bobby, which is a huge compliment.
Is there any chance he doesn't make this team?
Dude, at this point, I don't think there's a chance Thornton or him doesn't make the team at this point. I mean,
It's just making things so interesting because,
like,
based
I
on the
think Tanyan's over Wiley now, even though Wiley has so much upside. Like
Wiley had a couple of catches today, I think.
Wiley did.
I do believe so.
He had one for eight
Just
8 yards, but
Okay.
he's got a ton of ups, like with his size and like just everything. Like he has a ton of upside, but as we've seen, like he doesn't get real open, and unless Mahomes is going to be comfortable,
He was
throwing
open on
to
that
him
touchdown.
1-on-1. Yeah,
And that was a scramble play. I said it during the game. That looked a lot like Mahomes and Kelsey. That one specific play.
No, touchdown. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Wiley didn't have a touchdown.
No. Tanyan.
Yeah,
I
you
did it
were
right.
talking about
Okay.
Wiley. We were still talking. We were talking about Wiley. Yeah, like Wiley's upside. Todd. Yeah, Bobby is looking. He's looking Bobby.
He might be the second tight end. Not tight end 2, but second tight end.
Like
Behind Kelsey. Kelsey's back up.
Yeah, the one that backs up Kelsey. I mean, I honestly think he's pushed himself above Wiley, even though Wiley's so young with so much upside. They might be able to just sneak Wiley into the practice squad.
Yeah. And I'm not, for those of you listening, thinking that I'm putting Bobby in front of Noah Gray. That's not, it's a completely different position on the field. We're not talking about tight end in order of their hierarchy. There's tight end 1, and then there's tight end 2, and tight end 2 is way more of a blocking tight end.
Well, blocking and just does a lot of other things.
Yeah,
like
he's kind of like the Swiss
picking,
Army knife
picks.
of the tight ends. But Travis Kelsey is not a tight end 2. Travis Kelsey is a receiving tight end, and I think Bobby Tanyan is going to be more towards that end.
I do too. I don't want to count out Gray because.
Well, Gray, I think
I just haven't seen Gray have the opportunity to do that job because just Kelsey just is never hurt,
Yeah.
But when Kelsey was hurt, not this last year, but the year before, he was hurt for like 2 weeks or something at the start of the season. Gray did do a really good job.
Well,
but
Gray
it
had
was
2
a small-
touchdowns last year.
It was this was the year before
Yeah.
when Travis Kelsey was out. You know what I mean? So. But Bobby is a receiver. He's definitely. I don't know how you can't take him. I think Wiley's on the outs now. Who are some other people after this game? Because this game is a big indicator. Because next week's going to be kind of like the dress rehearsal. Like these guys are going to get a little bit of chance to play, but the 53-man roster cut's going to be after that, and they're not going to. They're not going to get a ton of playing time next week. So I think Elijah Mitchell really is on the end of the totem pole.
On the outs?
On the outs, yeah. I think he is the 5th running back. And if you're taking 4 running backs, I don't think Elijah Mitchell is making it.
Now, one of the guys that we talked a lot about, especially last year when he was a rookie, Carson Steele. We were really high on him during the preseason. It looks like they're sticking to the Carson Steele train right now, and he's not looking as impressive as a running back. But on special teams, he is a monster. He had a couple of tackles, and he was in on every play on the kickoff. I mean, he was right where the ball carrier was.
Yep.
So I think
had a real good solo wrap up on one of those returns. I'm trying to see.
At first glance, if you're just watching him as a running back, you think to yourself, man, I don't think this guy is going to make the team. But as you've pointed out several times before, they've worked him out with the tight ends a lot. He's running a lot of routes as a tight end in the training camp, or he was. But his role on special teams, he's such a solid tackler on special teams. I think he's making it just for that. And then they're trying to get anything extra they can out of him on the offense. I wish last season he was running over guys in the preseason like they were nothing. And we just haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen it in this game. He was running people over. He didn't break a big one, but he was running people over. And
I think he was doing more like Pacheco, where Pacheco won't go down with that first guy. He'll carry a couple guys, but he wasn't breaking any tackles.
Oh yeah, but Carson was carrying 5 guys, like not 2.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that one where he turned around and kept pushing and took us right to the goal line. I mean, that was pretty impressive. That was like, I mean, that looked good to me. The fullback run was a little weak, but yeah, I think Carson's a lock, dude. I think Carson's a lock trying to see who I don't. It's I didn't see much from Christian Roland Wallace this game. Like he was just kind of quiet, but
Didn't he
he
get dinged up early in the
I
game?
don't know that he did. I don't think so. That was Najee Johnson and Noel.
Okay.
Mike Edwards was kind of quiet, but he did have 3. He had like 2 solo tackles, same as Christian. Like Christian Roland Wallace had 1 solo tackle, but 3 total, with 2 assists. Like
I don't think he was in very long.
Brian Cook looked good. Brian Cook looks like he might be back to form.
Yeah, he had 4 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, and a PD, pass deflection.
Yep.
One of only 2 on the night for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. It's
Yep.
kind of sad in that regard. But
Well, and 1, 2, 3, only 3 tackles for a loss too. That's
Yep.
all they had too, I guess. But
and no picks.
yep, and
We kind of got spoiled last week with picks, and just
We
wasn't
had-
happening.
we continue to be sackless in the preseason.
Well, we've had Chris Jones on like 4 plays all last week.
Yep.
I mean, he just hasn't been in at all, and it's pretty evident at this point the Chiefs aren't going to get pressure without Chris Jones in the game right now.
Which is weird because I'm watching the franchise, which is so good, by the way, guys. You gotta watch that. Oh my God, it's so good. It actually has me really even more pissed off about all the people that hate the Chiefs. I'm like, dude, any person that hates the Chiefs is an ignorant, just asinine person.
Or they're just a passionate fan of their
Ignorant,
team.
asinine person. Ignorant, asinine person. It's like, yeah, it's unreal the history that we have, and just the way Patrick has treated everybody. He's had one slip up where he was horrible, and he still feels bad about it. But besides that, like he's just been like the consummate professional. Like anybody that hates the Chiefs, you're just
a hater.
You're just an idiot. But
Dang.
like you can not like the Chiefs winning, I get that. But if you actually say they're a horrible franchise, you're just an idiot. But
That's a true bad take.
that's a true real take.
Yeah.
That's a completely real take. That's like if I were to say the Packers are a horrible organization or the Steelers are a horrible organization. It's just not true. Saying the Browns is a horrible organization.
That's
It's
true.
See, that's the difference. And anybody that says the Chiefs is a horrible organization,
I see where you're going
You're
with
just
that.
an
Okay.
idiot.
Okay.
But so, what else? So I think Major Williams, that he was cool to see on Chief Concerns. I liked him, but I don't think he's going to make it.
No.
Felix Adeduke Osama. Ugh.
Yeah, he got
he's-
hurt again.
Yeah, it looks like it probably is a bad one. So, opens up a roster spot.
I think that's what I was thinking of when I said a minute you got hurt. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Damn.
Yep.
Burn.
I know. I'm sorry.
Burn.
I'm sorry, Charles.
Burn. Jeez. Charles is going to be
From the
watching
bottom
this and be
of
like,
my heart.
if I see you on the street, Buck, you going down. That's what he's saying right now. How dare you? How dare he?
Well, lucky for me, we don't live in the same neighborhood, so
As far as you know.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
There's not too many Chiefs players live close to where I live.
Yeah, there's a couple close to me. I mean, shoot, my grocery store, I ran into both Trent Green and Tyreek Hill at different times over the years. The Trent Green one, I'm always so awkward when I've run into Trent Green 4 different times,
Yeah.
and I'm always like, I say the same thing every time. Thank you so much for what you did for our team. Thank you. Sorry, I won't bother you anymore. And I walk away like an idiot.
There is a Chiefs executive that lives in your old neighborhood, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, not an executive, the head trader.
No. I'm talking about the guy that I went to his house for work a couple of
Oh.
months ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember that?
We won't say what that neighborhood
No,
is, but
no, and we won't say his
it has a
name.
lake.
But
It was a cool neighborhood. I wish I wouldn't have sold that house.
so a couple Chiefs personnel live in that neighborhood then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. To live close. The more richer one, even like next door. Yeah.
Even where I was at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's across this. Yeah. It's across her nose, not up it. But yeah, so where was I going? I was going with something. Nah, I don't know. Dude, it's so late. It's so late at night right now. It's so late. I can't believe we did this show, but we've vowed to do a show after each of the games, and so I don't know how we're gonna do next week because I'm at least going to the game, and so I don't know.
It's up in the air for me.
Yeah, maybe Buck will run the stream from his house, and
I could do
I'll
that.
pop in on the phone
I could do that.
in the parking lot. Be like, Bob, coming to you live on site. Let's talk to Chiefs fans about how they feel about this third loss.
Third loss in the preseason, yeah.
How do fans really feel? Yeah, but so Felix is probably out. So yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't feel like that's that big of a loss. It sucks because I think the guy's really cool, but he's never done anything for us, and it's been a failed experiment so far. So I would rather see somebody else come in and get a chance, and it just opens up another slot because Rashee Rice, with that stuff. Oh, you know what? We haven't even talked about
Yeah,
that.
we could talk about the
We
Rashee
should
Rice.
talk about that now because it's gonna be moot by the next time we do our pod because we'll probably be doing it Thursday night or Wednesday night. So, yeah, Rashee.
So he's probably going to play in the first 4 games. And there is controversy over, and it's Chiefs haters saying that the Chiefs are manipulating the NFL or the NFL is manipulating the schedule so that Rashee can play in the first 4 games. I think that anybody that believes that the Chiefs don't want to just get this over with is a fool. He's much more important for the home stretch, whether that be the last 11 games, if it's a 6-game suspension or if it's an 8-game suspension. They want him for that last half of the season.
And it's not because that last half is tough, guys. It's
No.
because they want him ramping up and they want that synergy going into the
Absolutely.
to the postseason.
Absolutely.
Has nothing to do with the strength of opponent.
Do we want to get through those first 4 games with Rashee Rice? Sure, that'd be fantastic. But I would, if let's say, a lot of the talking heads right now are saying it's between 6 and 10 games. It's a lot longer than I think most people expected. So if we just split that in the middle and we call it 8, do you want the first 4 games with Rashee Rice and then the next 8 without, and then he's only got a few games at the end of the season? And if the Chiefs are in the same position that they were in last season, there's going to be a lot of meaningless minutes. Mahomes isn't going to play the last game, so he's going to get in stride with Minshew. It would be better for this team, this franchise, going into the playoffs, for Rashee to have as much of that time towards the end of the season as opposed to the beginning of it. So this is not a positive for anybody, I don't believe.
Well, okay, so there's pros and cons to both sides. So the pro is, yes, we would if Nick Wright talked about it too, and I kind of agree with him. It's actually probably better for Rashee Rice to, as long as it's 6 games or less, it's probably better for Rashee to start the season with the Chiefs, and then it's more like a hamstring injury in week 4 that he can come back. He can come back from, but you can kind of see where you're at early on, right? And it is tougher opponents, but at the same time, it is a real bad boon for the 53-man roster because we're really deep at receiver on our 90-man roster, and we were thinking that we were going to be able to have Rasheed on the roster, but not taking up a slot because of the suspension, allowing us to take an extra receiver to analyze during those first 4 to 6 weeks that we thought he would be out. So not being able to do that really sucks. It's such a boon to be able to do that so much higher than actually having Rasheed for those first 4 games. That's the boon that we're losing, and that's the worst part. So there's
That's assuming that it's 6 games or less suspension. If it's more than that, then I think that advantage. Well, I guess you're talking about a disadvantage right now, but you're talking about a disadvantage if it's a 6-game suspension. Then it's better to have him. But now, if we're talking about an 8 or 10-game suspension, I don't think that chemistry that he's building up in those first 4 games is going to help.
No, I just pointed out the 2 different reasons that it's better on each side. So if we have him, it is better. Like if we have him at the start of this season, it is better to have him start and see where we're at and have him miss a gap in the middle. Okay. But roster wise, it's way better to not have him at the start because how deep we are at receiver on the 90-man roster, which would also allow us to take another receiver, allowing us to possibly, like, we lose a receiver, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, we still have this one, but instead we're going to have to put receivers on the waiver wire that will likely get grabbed. You know, that doesn't happen usually, but we have a lot of really good ones this year, and it is very possible the ones that we're in a rare situation in the wide receiver spot where we definitely stand to have a few guys poached. So that's where in my opinion, the best thing for the Chiefs would be to have Rice suspended for the start. So if the Chiefs wanted to be really bold, the Chiefs could, and I'm not sure how the rules work because I don't know if this would still count against the roster, but the Chiefs can, I know for a fact they can do this. I just don't know how it affects the roster compared to the NFL suspension. But the Chiefs could suspend Rice themselves start of the season and then suspend him for 4 weeks till his hearing. Now, if his hearing goes and they say you get 6 weeks, he has already been suspended for 4 of them. And that counts as the NFL suspension. So the Chiefs could get in front of it if they want to, but I don't know that means we could also leave him off of the 53-man. I think it means we could leave him off of the 53-man, but the reason I'm like not sure about it is because then teams could take advantage of that, just be like, you're suspended, and you're suspended, and you're suspended. All right, got them in our pocket. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little unsure that that's actually allowed. So it might still hurt us on the 53-man, which then I don't know if it's the smart play to do. But if it doesn't hurt us on the 53-man and we could have him off of the roster, then I think that's what the Chiefs should actually do. So then when he hits his hearing, he's already served 4 of whatever games the NFL is going to give him. I think that would be a bold move, and I think it would be cool, especially if it means he doesn't take up a roster spot.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance that they do it if he's got to be on that roster.
Yeah,
because that's a big spot. I mean, there's a lot of guys.
But if they really want him for the home stretch,
yeah,
and because from what I've heard, the NFL threw down like a big suspension, probably trying to make an example out of the Chiefs, and the NFLPA was like, no, we don't like that. And so that's why it's being held, which is something I've just heard about recently. So I didn't even know that was a thing before all of this.
Well, from what I understand, there was a discrepancy between what the Chiefs wanted or were asking for and what the NFL wanted, and that's why they're going to go talk to this judge, and she can't see them until, what was it, the 30th, September 30th? That's the first opening on her schedule. So I think it's, the Chiefs are asking for 4 games ish, and I don't know the exact numbers, and then the NFL wants to suspend them for 10, and they're so far off. So they're like, all right, well, let's go to a judge and see what happens. I think that might be better anyway, because I think the NFL is going to push for a longer suspension. And if a judge is able to go in there and, what's the word, non-biased, come in with a non-biased opinion of the situation and look at what Rashi has done since the accident. He made some mistakes, but he stepped up. He's done the community service. He's out there. I don't think he's out at the clubs, and I know that had nothing to do with the case at all, but it's still viewed upon these guys, That's the big thing with football players is, they like to go to the clubs, and a lot of times when they leave the clubs, they do something that gets them in trouble, or they had something in their car that, before they went to the clubs. And so when you talk about going to the clubs, that's a bad look for these guys.
Who was the Giants receiver that shot himself in the leg?
Oh, and then he came back and played too.
Oh my gosh!
It had an X in his name.
Plaxico
Burress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Shot himself in the leg with a 45. Woo. Dude.
I got shot. Oh, man, who shot you? Well, it was me. Like, what?
Yep. You carried that gun for street cred. You lost your street cred, bro.
By getting shot.
Safety
with
on.
your
Just
own gun.
yeah. Guys, if you're gonna own a gun, take a gun safety class. Take a gun safety class. Oh man, what do we got here? So Bobby, Minshew, and Simmons did okay tonight. Most everybody else maybe not that great. I mean, we've talked about a bunch of people that we did think did great. We thought Hicks was great. Thought the Bossinator was great. Nazi was doing good until he got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Noel Williams, man, that dude could hit. Brashard Smith. I mean, there were definitely bright spots. Overall, it was pretty bad. But I think, honestly, it was pretty bad because they were calling silly dilly plays to test. Dude, I would guess that this whole game was about testing players' resolve, like testing how they do when they're getting their asses handed to them, and seeing if they could still play or if they just give up
mentally.
Because people that just give up, we don't want them on our team. And yeah.
Just reading that comment where it said Simmons, so I just started thinking about the offensive line. Remember early on in the game there was that early start penalty, and we both go Taylor, and it was Trey Smith, but we just like, come on, Jawan, it's way too early for this.
It was the second week in a row Trey got that penalty.
Is that something to be worried about?
Nah, I mean, not really. I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's we haven't really seen the first team all together other than 4 plays.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't see what to see snap count in our new little thing here.
I wonder if that's.
Yeah, I haven't seen snap count. Because that's a really good. It's like playtime.
Oh, it's got to be in here someplace. We're trying not to.
We'll find it.
Keep too much dead air. Yeah.
Someday.
Oh, look there. It's not.
Over the rainbow. I mean, the other is probably.
Well, you can add how many attempts thrown with their.
Yeah, but
running attempts and add them together.
That's a whole bunch of like crap that you don't need to do when they should just have it here.
Yeah, agreed.
This is like the NFL.
They do have attendance though. 68,614. It's pretty good for a preseason game.
Not too shabby. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. You think it'd be in player stats, but it's not.
I would think it'd be in team stats.
Like each individual person's playtime?
Oh, that's not. No, I thought you said snaps.
Snaps,
Total
yeah.
snaps.
Like how many snaps did Minshew get? How many snaps
I thought you were
did
talking about how many
Simmons gets?
How many snaps did the Chiefs get versus the Seattle Seahawks?
Oh no, no. Yeah, I don't know where it is on this chart, but
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
whatever. So the Rashee Rice thing. I mean, and then there's just the last thing on Rashee. There's a possibility that this is a whole ploy. I mean, Rashee's defense has been pretty sound throughout all of this. Like his legal team
Okay. You had me spinning there.
has been sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very possible they're pushing this to where it won't affect this season at all. They'll just keep appealing, and then it'll go in it'll be decided in the off season and be a factor next year, not this year.
Can the NFL keep that from happening? Because this isn't a legal proceeding anymore. This is a private organization. The
But
NFL.
it's still a judge. I mean, it's still appeal the NFLPA. This could push into next season.
I mean, the NFL could stop that from happening by agreeing to the Chiefs' request and saying, all right, fine, do
Well,
your 4 games.
I don't think it's a Chiefs request. I think it's Rashee Rice and the NFLPA.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Whoever.
This could be resolved at any time if one of the parties is just like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a possibility. But it is really, as a fan, someone in the dark, it is really just tense. And talking about a fantasy football perspective, what's Rashee Rice's average draft pick going to be across all fantasy football?
Well, if he's going
What
to
rounds he going in?
he's going to go pretty. I mean, you're going to get 4 good games out of him, so I think somebody's willing to.
So what round?
What round? I would guess 2nd or 3rd round, maybe.
Fuck, you're crazy.
How?
I hope
you wouldn't
I
want to
hope
use him
you
for the
take
first
him.
4 games.
I hope you take him in
All right.
in the 2nd or 3rd round in our draft. The 2nd or 3rd round should be your guys that are going to be producing for you the entire season. Like I'm thinking he falls to probably average.
You got to remember, I
6th
haven't
or
played
7th,
fantasy
yeah,
football
round.
in 15 years.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So it's been a
all you-
long time since.
all you know is nothing right now. You think he's going to play for the first 4 games, and then you don't know how long he's going to be out. Like, to take him in the 2nd or 3rd round, come on, guys.
Well,
Leave
we
it in
know
the
he's going to
comments.
play in the first 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't know. The Chiefs could suspend him.
Oh, if the
the
Chiefs decide
NFL
to.
could change their ruling and
Okay.
just be like,
All
okay,
right.
we accept this. You don't know Jack Diddley. You assume that he's going to play the first 4 games, and then you don't know what the heck's going to happen after.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I think his average draft this will be a fun one to guess. I think his average draft will be 7th or 8th round.
How many
I think.
rounds do we do?
Well, I mean, I'm talking across all fantasy.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
Different leagues, PPR leagues, all of the different leagues. Like I think it'll be 7th or 8th round, but it depends on how many bench players that everybody has for their leagues. But for ours, I think we had 20-something rounds, 22 or something like that, maybe.
So
I haven't done my own league in forever. I've been playing in other people's leagues for the last few years, but I think 7 or 8. I'll be interested to see if I'm right on that because that's going to be an interesting thing. Really interesting.
Yeah, we should just not tell anybody that
I'm
we're
totally
watching that. Yeah.
I'm totally, dude. We should totally like see if we can trick somebody else into going for him in the second or third round.
Oh yeah. Here's your sleeper, buddy, man. I'm telling you, man. Rashee Rice is the play.
Yep. I've heard he's only going to be suspended for a game. But yeah, I mean,
I've got somebody in mind that might fall for that.
I think 2 and 3 is crazy, though. I think that'll be nuts. Guys, tell us in the comments what do you think Rashee Rice's average draft round is going to be? Like, what round average across all fantasy leagues is he going to go? We'll say ESPN, because it'd be hard to check every site and then put them all together. But we'll just say on ESPN Fantasy,
okay.
what do you guys think his average draft position is going to be? I'm going 7-8. You can guess 2 rounds too if you want to, but I think it's going to be right around there because I think there is upside and a lot of risk though at the same time. But I think at that point you're going to be picking things that, you know, if it does hit, you're gonna be rolling in the points, and if it doesn't hit, it won't hurt you too bad at round 7 or 8.
Or you could just bet on being really lucky, take him for the first 4 weeks, hope to get him for the first 4 weeks, and get some great points off of him, drop him, and then hope to find somebody on the waiver wire.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
pretty much in the first like 5 picks. If you're dropping any of your first 5 picks, you've lost your fantasy year, in my opinion. You know, there are definitely ways to like get crazy lucky, and it depends on how deep your fantasy league is too. Because a 10-man league is very different from a 16-man league. In a 16-man league, I mean, maybe take him in the second or third because, you know, you're just like throwing all your cards in right there. Because if he does hit, you're gonna win. Like you're gonna win that league because the players are so sparse, you know. But but if you're in a 10-man league, definitely don't take him. Don't take him early. Anything else you got? We're kind of coming up on time, but
the virtual measurement. The virtual mesurement.
I was like, we have to talk about this before the end.
All right,
I knew you wanted to talk about
I
it.
just want to. I want to start this off by saying we saw this last week. I only remember them really talking about it once, and it brought up the graphic on screen that it was just a football, and then the first down marker, and then it showed like how far away it was, and that was so boring to me, and that's what I thought the virtual measurement was going to be every time. And then we kind of saw how it worked on the field, or how it didn't work on the field for 2 calls in a row. And I think they got the calls right, by the way. I don't think they screwed up the calls, but the fact that they had to stop and like, is it working? Is it not working? I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not a first down.
Well, they should have like some music going on, like doop boo doop boo doopity doo,
or the Jeopardy theme.
Yeah, do 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 do.
All right, make your call. It's been 30 seconds.
But what's funny is I finally understood what that technology was going to be used for, because I'm an idiot, I guess, but I thought they were going to try to use that technology to try and be able to know where the ball was at when people did stupid plays like a tush push or a QB sneak.
Like that Josh Allen play.
Yeah, like I thought it was going to
from
be
last
able
year.
to tell us if they actually made the first down or they didn't. But it's so stupid. All it is replacing the chain game. That's all it is. It's literally just the same doofus ref places it in the same doofus spot, and whether it's right or wrong, you know, then they just use that to be like, oh, we don't have to walk the chain game out, and it saves a minute. Although tonight in our game,
It did not.
technical difficulties.
Yeah. 2
And
plays in a row.
instead
What
it
a
made
bad
it-
look.
Instead, it made it longer. But I thought it was actually going to be helpful on the field. And I know other people did too, because I watched the whole Chief Concerns episode where they talked about it, and they thought the same as us, is that it was going to read where the ball was at during the stupid plays. FYI, the stupid plays are quarterback sneak, tush push. Quarterback sneak is the worst play in the NFL and has been in the entirety of the NFL's existence. The tush push is actually way cooler than the quarterback sneak because
like
it's
that, do you?
actually a play.
You like the tush push now?
No, I think they're both extremely.
Yeah.
You know what I was saying there.
No, I didn't catch that.
But yeah, it's extremely it's like flag football. Like it's just no. But yeah, like those are the two lamest plays. But the tush push is definitely cooler, like than the QB sneak. The QB sneak is always and will always be the lamest play in football. It's not a play. It's an extremely lame thing. Like give me a fullback run, running back run every time. Let me see those men go at each other with a fair stroke. The QB sneak is a pansy play, and at least the tush push, you guys actually like do some work, you know. So, but they're both lame. Just that's all there is to it. But yeah, the measurement is completely worthless now. Like the chain gang was actually, you know, gave you time to go to the bathroom, like, you know, gave you time to do something. Now it's just like you see a little graphic, and yeah, I mean, I was joking about like the music, but it would actually help.
Yeah.
if they had like a
You know that some stadium is going to play that when it happens. And when it happens, I said it first.
Oh man, well,
I was just looking through my notes here. I think we've covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this game.
No. I have one more.